Flora, welcome. I'm so happy to talk to you today.
Thank you. Thank you, Lady, for having me here. I'm so happy as well from my side to join this webinar and, share my learnings with you all. Thank you.
You've been living in Finland for more than 15 years now. This number is like wow for me. And during this time, of course, you had many times situations where you needed to look for a job and you started a new job and you were unemployed and working again. But I would like to start by asking, 15 years, do you feel like at home in Finland? And what brought you here and where you are from?
Yes. So basically, I'm originally from India. I have come here 15 years ago in 2010 after I got married. So my husband was working here for Nokia. So during that time, I've moved here after my marriage. And then that's how I started my life here. And to your question, how does it feel? It feels good to be here, although sometimes when it's not sunny and a little bit dark, I feel like I miss family and my home country. But this is a really good place to grow as a family, to be, you know, enjoy life here, no pressure. Yeah, so yes.
I also miss your country.
Oh. Oh, have you been there before?
Yeah, 3 times. I've been to India 3 times before.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm
that's
a big fan of Indians in Finland and of
yeah,
India as well.
yeah, yeah, and especially food.
Oh,
Uh,
yes, yes.
yes, yeah.
And what is your professional background?
Hmm. So, I have done my master's in biochemistry, and so after I finished my master's, I immediately got into a government job in India as a bioanalyst. And probably 2 years later, I got married and I moved here. When I moved here to Finland, there was nothing. I had no connections. I had no network to lean on to, no one to talk. And even if I have to talk, uh, everyone speaks in Finnish. In the beginning, I did not know how to approach people, and I did not know where to look for. And yeah, so everything was totally blank. But everything started from scratch for me when I um, landed in Finland. Um, so I was looking for, I was studying Finnish in the beginning, the first 1 year. I was studying Finnish, and then I was looking for a trainee position, to practice my Finnish skills. And I had a good friend of mine who was doing PhD research in University of Helsinki, biomedicum, and she was in the cancer research side. So I just asked her, like, if you could, if there is any possibility, please, I just need like 3 months of training position practice to finish. Then she had to discuss a lot with her manager, but in the end, I got the place there. And so I started as a trainee there in the University of Helsinki. And afterwards, I had like a long break because I had to go into maternity leave for 5 years. So, but I had kids, and then after my maternity leave, so during that time, I actually did not pressure myself to look for a job immediately. Um, but I was nicely spending time with my kids, and actually, I also had good support from my husband during that time. So there was no pressure to find a job. But after 5 years, I started searching again. Like, I was obviously unemployed during that time. So I approached the unemployment, the Kela and the office, and they have actually uh, directed me to, different places. And obviously, I was also discussing with each of them as mentors and um, places for trainee positions and so forth. And during that time, I got a place as a project manager in near the University of Helsinki, but it's not there. It was a startup company, and I started working there. And then they said that, uh, uh, bear in mind that I was working as a trainee there. So they told me that after 6 months, we will see your situation, and we will see if everything is okay. Then we will also, you know, um, continue your position here. And then I worked like 1 year, almost 14 months. And then during that time, there was this budget constraints, and we were waiting for a business case that, we were waiting for a funding. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the funding for the company. And so we had to scratch totally, like uh, discontinue the project. And again, I came, became as a unemployed person. And after a while, during that time, I did not actually uh, spend any time like, okay, should I think like negatively, or how should I navigate myself. But then I put myself forward and said, look, okay, uh, in Finland, no one is going to bring anything to you. What we have to do is, like, we have to have a positive mindset. And then even if we have to get something, we have to push ourselves with the network, with the people around, and ask for different opportunities. So during that time, unemployment office actually offered me opportunities for, uh, there is this recruitment companies, for example, Saranen, where I have to, write something like an thesis work, and then I have an interview. So I got through the interview, and I got the place in there. And then this was about like 6 months, and this was a very good platform for me, actually, to learn what was happening currently in the market, in the science health tech industry, what was currently happening, like, in different fields. And they really nicely um, you know taught us the right things in there. So uh, during that time, after the training for 6 months, they immediately give like the trainee positions in good companies, actually. And if the companies like the people who are working as trainees, they would also recruit. So this was a good way for me, and also some of my friends who were along in this group. They actually got into good positions, and they got into good companies. So that's also how I got into a very good company. Um, my position there was not like a very high position, but I was very happy to get a job in there. I started as a lab technician, so I was working in the wet lab, in the chemical side. Every day you need to analyze and test and everything. So I was working there, and they really liked me. But then, after 6 months, unfortunately, they couldn't continue. That's because the whole project, the 10-year project, was totally scrapped off, and about 500 employees were laid off totally. So I didn't have a chance there. So, and again, I went into unemployment again. And afterwards, um, I was searching and looking for different opportunities. And here I have to tell you that I was not very rigid with my positions. I was quite flexible. I was quite flexible to learn new things. So that was a very good learning over the years. I have to share to you all. If you're looking for some job, don't be rigid in your own sector, but be open. If you have anything related to science or health tech, then if you have opportunity, please jump in first. And even if you don't know anything in the beginning, don't be afraid to take up those challenges. I would say those are the ways that you can go into the place, into the role, and then, you know, grab new skills. You can develop those skills. So this way, I then started working in an other company, which was a team leadership position. And there I worked like 3 years, and it was really nice. I had a team. I had to take care of their, day-to-day work, and then managing all the projects in my business unit. And it was really great. And then after a while, also the company, it was acquired by a US company. And after some time, everyone in Finland and the other locations also, they were all laid off. So if you can see, I was going through so many phases of layoff, because of the budget constraints, or then because of the acquisitions from other companies, or then, just the project has ended. There's no continuity. But I never stopped learning. I never stopped applying. I never stopped asking people, hey, if there is any position. So, and then currently, um, actually, this was a recent, it's now like 3 months now that I have been in this position. So, I'm currently now working as a team leader in a science health tech company. And I am taking care of the team and managing the business unit. And I have to talk to different clients and increase the revenue and so forth. So um, as you can see, my journey has not been that easy. But actually, I would say, in a way, that I have learned to be flexible, and I have learned to be working different backgrounds in different areas. Like, let's say, uh, uh, wet lab. I was working in the health tech AI company. I was working in the medical diagnostics IVD company, and I was working in the marketing, sales and marketing side for a while, and I was working in the team leadership position. And if you see currently, I have to reflect back and see that in this current position that I am in, all those skills that I have been learning, exactly, they were looking in the interview, they have said that all those skills that you have, that's why we are hiring you. So, uh, so I would say, again, don't be rigid, be flexible about uh, getting opportunities and learn from there onwards. Yeah.
Um, I've been following your timeline:
Mm,
bioanalyst, project manager, lab technician, working
mm,
in sales and marketing, and being a team leader now.
yeah.
Uh, the questions that I had in my mind is, how did you move from being a bioanalyst to a project manager?
Yeah, because that's a very good question. So Basically, I had the knowledge in bioanalyst position. I was working with the chemicals. I was working with patient samples, and I was working with the clients to communicate and so forth. And in this position, the project management position, um, this was specifically there was the need for, you know, our project was based on the client samples, and we were creating a new product within that same area. And then um, also, I think I was always learning, so they have seen like the positive attitude that I had. And also they looked at the ability that, okay, she can learn, she's able to easily grab new things and learn. So I think putting yourself in that position and say that, hey, I can achieve things, and talk about your achievements, talk about how you have, you know, how you have dealt with the clients, how you have finished your projects in time. So those kind of things, I think it attracts the managers, hiring managers. And probably that's the reason I was also moved into this position from lab analyst to project management as well.
Thank you for explaining that.
Yeah, no problem.
Another thought I had when you were talking and explaining, project ended, there was no funding, there were layoffs, and again and again and again. It felt so like, of course, when you tell the story, it's easy, but when I think about it, in a moment, it is so hard to constantly be worried about your future. And
Yeah.
then again, you need to apply and so on and so on. And I thought maybe in as internationals, for example, in our own countries, we would not face anything like that.
Hmm.
So how did you manage to stay sane and to stay in Finland?
Sorry, how did you manage to in the end?
To
Yeah.
uh, to stay in Finland, to
Mm.
be, sane, like how did you manage all this mental
Yeah,
load of,
pressure.
pressure?
Mm. Yeah, that's a very good question. Actually, it wasn't easy for me at all. Um, there were constant changes, as you can see my situation. There has been constant changes, and during these difficult times, one that I could uh, confidently say was that I was praying a lot. I believe in the Lord, and I was praying so much. And, I had to strengthen myself by praying and, believing that things would change. Uh, and then the second thing was that I had a very good support from my family, my husband. Um, so I think having a good partner and supporting during this time is quite important. So there should be someone who's always, it's okay, things will change, things will happen for good. So there was the support from my family. And then the third thing is then is having, I would say, mentally you are on always like constantly in this pressure, like, okay, what will happen, what will happen. I would say during these transition periods we have to really calm down. I have learned this in over the years. I did not understand how I would do, but then over the years, and one thing I would say to everyone here listening is, stay calm, have a positive attitude all the time, that things will happen, but things will also happen in a good way, in the right position. And let's say, maybe if there are participants here who are like maybe mothers who are in their transition period, now having children and would like to have a job in the future, I would say enjoy that season. Don't pressurize yourself like, hey, I need to find a job, I need to find what will happen to my future. No, uh, I would say just enjoy that season, enjoy that time with your family, enjoy your time with your children. And if it's the if I'm talking to a student who's finishing their master's degree or PhD, I don't know, but enjoy that season of your studying, and things will come to pass, like things will fall into place when it is your time. Don't pressurize yourself. When you pressurize yourself, I think you would go into this loop of negative, uh, you know, um, negative loop where nothing happens, nothing constantly changes. So you are always in that, low mode. But you have to strengthen yourself so much that no one is seeing you, no one knows that you're looking for a job. But the the thing is, you have to encourage yourself, and you have to have a positive mindset. And from that positive mindset, you have to work things out. um, let's say, for example, I was in that low situation where, uh, in this transition period, and I was looking for, like, okay, what can I do? I don't have anything at this point. Okay, let me, if there are any exhibitions, mesut for health tech industries, or if you have some job related meetings, that espo schedules and Helsinki plans, those kind of things. Go to those places, introduce yourself, talk to those people around, and get connected with those people. And I would also say that, take also contacts if they are open and willing. Take contacts of them. One thing I would suggest, what I did was that when I was free, um, I used to go to Mesut. For example, there is this one that's coming up for you if you're interested. I think in this month or next month is Chem Bio. That's a very good opportunity where all the companies come, and they have their own stalls. So you can go participate in those kind of exhibitions where there are different, let's say, IVD companies, or health tech companies, or safety and compliance companies, or anything related to ECA, chemical related companies. So all companies are there, and you can go talk to them. And one tip is that you will also get some kind of a brochure. you know um, with that brochure, you can also um, take in that brochure there will be a list of companies. So that's a very good tip, because no one actually told me. When I opened that brochure and I saw the companies, the list of companies, oh my, there are so many companies that I can contact. So you can take that list, and then go call those people, go to their websites and call them. Hey, if there is any position, or if there is any um, trainee positions, or any, you can go to those websites and see if there are any opportunities. I was doing those things. um, every day I was looking into each of the company. Okay, this is my list, I'm going to search these ones and call them. Every day I was calling, every day I was sending emails, and so forth. So as you are searching around, you will have your own strategies that you can build on. you know and talking about mental health, when you are doing all these things and keeping yourself busy, I don't think you have time for even thinking, having a negative mindset, because you are working continuously. So um, and definitely things will happen when you have, positive, uh, mind. Yeah. So.
And how did you find your current job? Because it's still so fresh. What was your job search strategy?
Hmm. So my current job, I have looked into the public domains, public sites, open sites. For example, the current one that I have looked that I got was through Tio Markinantori. There is this one that's available, that's provided by unemployment office, I believe. So you will have, it's an open site. You can just go in and put your, like, um, parameters, like, let's say you are in the health care side, or if you're in the engineering side, in science field, or whatever it is, you can put those, and then you will get a list of uh, jobs. And then see if, one by one, you have to see if there are, like, let's say, research positions. I see a lot of research positions in there posted. That can be in universities, or it can be, you know medical liaison officers, or it can be project managers, or it can be, yeah, so different areas, or different positions or roles can be found in that. So that's how I found through this site. And did I know the company in the beginning? No, not at all. It was totally new. I know that one colleague was working in this company before, but I actually never knew that this kind of company on this kind of business are available in Finland. So when I looked into the job position, they said, like, okay, they need a team leader. And did I have the right area? No. But all the things that specifically they were asking for, I had it. So even though that was not my area, specific area, I still applied, because 70 to 80% of the requirements that were in the job description, I had it. So this is one suggestion I would like to give you all, that even if it is not in your area, but you have, like, the skills, let's say 50% or 60% of your skills match that role, please apply. Don't be hesitant, or don't be shy to apply. Okay, maybe this is not for me, or this is not my area, so this is not for me. Don't that's one suggestion I would give. Please apply. And if you will get it or not, that is a later decision. But having applied to these kind of positions, even if you match my maybe 50% or even 40%, it's fine, but still apply. you know and from there on, if it's a new area, you will learn. If you get the position, you will learn from scratch. It's okay, but that's a good way that you can increase your skills and develop your area. Yeah.
And in your role as a team leader,
Yeah.
are you leading internationals or Finns, or is it a mixed group?
Yes. So I am actually leading a totally Finnish group. My team has all uh, Finnish colleagues, team members. So yes, I don't have any internationals here, but I have a team of Finns. But I do deal with international clients.
Are you speaking Finnish to them, or how do you work?
Yeah, so I am not there, like 100% there with my Finnish skills, but I believe I can discuss things with Finnish. Most probably, I jump myself into English. Good thing is my team knows very good English, so they all speak English very well. But there are cases when they would like to express themselves in Finnish. I let them. and that is also a good way to for me to learn Finnish, to that to grow in that level. So yeah, so it's learning in process, I would say.
And
Yes.
my final question for you is, what would you tell someone who is looking for a job in science or health tech
Mhm.
and facing rejections now?
Yeah, I would start. I already mentioned these points, but I would say that start having or building a positive mindset, and build on consistency, meaning have a consistent routine of, if let's say you are unemployed at this point and you're looking for a job, you have to make those 8 hours just like you work in a job. Those 8 hours of your time should be dedicated to find a job, you know. So make a, a, a routine out of every day, that okay, from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock I will start searching jobs. I will, let's say, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock I will start calling people. uh, Maybe from 2 to 4 I will start applying positions, different roles. So some kind, I wouldn't tell you what it would be, but please have a plan and have a goal. Let's say I will, for example, this week I will call maybe 3 people, or I would submit 3 jobs or 5 jobs, because it's like 5 day a week. So I will submit 5 positions in this week. So have a routine and be consistent with that. And then have a never giving up attitude. Don't give up. I would, from the bottom of my heart, I would say, don't please give up. Things will change. Things will happen for good. So don't give up. Your time will come. And then have people around you who support you, and um, network with good people. There is this saying that if you're surrounded with 5 rich people, you'd be the sixth one. And if you're having spending time with uh, good high positions, you would also learn how to get there. So have a right circle around you. Have a good have good friends that can support you, encourage you, and be open with them and ask for support if you feel like, hey, my mental health is falling down. And so um, please have good support and have good network with your friends. And then what I wouldn't do in this situation is that, now that LinkedIn posts, there was a season where I was looking for a job, and then when I was searching in LinkedIn, most of the uh, posts were that how down is the market, how difficult uh, the jobs are to get. And I understand it's like a practical situation. It's like the current situation that's happening. But then if you keep seeing those, constant posts, it puts you down, and nothing will happen, nothing will change. No. So what I did personally was that during that time, I stopped looking at those posts totally. And I said, look, no, I am not going to, believe these things. But I will work. When you work hard, there is always results, there is fruit out of it. So I would say that you can close your eyes for those negative things or negative posts, and then also stop listening to people who always tell you nothing will happen, nothing will, nothing works out in Finland. There are so many opportunities in Finland that you can find. There are many positions. There are many people who would like to actually help. Take a help of a mentor if you can. It doesn't have to be a. Uh, you don't have to pay for mentors. There are mentors, very good mentors, who do it for free. You know, uh, I had my mentors. I had to ask how I chose my mentors is like I used to ask my manager, like, okay, long time ago, hey, then I contacted my manager and said, like, I really would like to have someone guide me, someone help me out, support me, even though you don't have to give me a job, it's okay, but please could you help me work through this process of how to find positions, how to stay in this situation when everything is not working out. So find a mentor if you can, and I think that really helps you out, those kind of things. Yeah.
Have you ever been hired through your network? We are talking about a hidden job market here.
uh no. There was no network. I had to call each and every hiring manager. So if there is a call number, like a contact number, and there is a phone number that says like you can contact during this time, um, I had to call them and I asked them different questions and I told them that I'm interested in. And then it's okay if they are like, okay, they give a very general answer. But then there are people who, if you contact them and say that you're genuinely interested and you talk about, your interest with the requirements that the job is asking for, I think hiring managers will easily get connected to those people. So don't be shy in calling them. Please call them. All my jobs that I got until now was always through the phone call. I called them, although there were so many layers of interviews that I had to go through, um, and then the tests and everything. But in the end, if I can recall, the jobs that I got was through calling. And I know that there is this concept of calling and getting a job, or something like that. When I started looking for jobs in Finland, actually my husband told me that until you call, nothing happens. So in my home country, it's totally the opposite, that you send the applications and you wait and they contact you if they are interested. But here in Finland, it's your role to go to those places. If you want to go meet the hiring managers, go directly and meet the contact people, or if you have the opportunity to call them. So but to your question, Lidi, I would say that because I worked in different positions over the period, I had people who colleagues who I have a network of. So if my colleagues were in different companies, I would definitely ask them personally. Send a message in LinkedIn saying that, hey, I see that there is this position, in your company. How do you see this company is, and all those related questions. How do you see this role is, and who would be the hiring manager? Is it possible that you could recommend me? Those kind of simple things I asked these people, and some of them helped, some of them never answered, even though they were my previous colleagues. But it's totally fine. And in LinkedIn, there is this hiring manager, contact hiring manager. You know why they give? They expect you to contact them. And if there is an opportunity, please contact them. And if if my name is there in a position, I would expect people to call me. I would expect people to contact me, asking me for questions. And you know, uh, I wouldn't even see the applications if I get the chance. Like, okay, they sent me applications, but I would prefer those people who would contact me because they are going an extra mile, and asking for different questions. Okay, probably they're really serious about the role. They are really serious about the position that they are interested in, and that's why they are contacting me. So those kind of things, if you can take into account, I would say that it would really help you in the future.
Another question we received through a chat. Did
Okay.
you apply for jobs which were advertised only in English, or did you apply for jobs that were also posted in Finnish?
Both ways, English and Finnish. So there were times that, let's say for Finnish, when my level of Finnish was not up to the mark, I had to Google Translate them. Obviously, I didn't know what they were asking for. But if they say that in the description that we require Finnish and English, apply. Still apply, I would say. Even if your Finnish is not, up to that grade of communication or working wise, um, not that top level, but still I would say apply, because some some role descriptions would just say that Finnish is needed, but actually in actual real life, they might not require any Finnish. English can be okay, because I think two positions that I have worked previously, they have asked for Finnish and English, but all my work I have done in English, and the communication here in Helsinki, the Uusimaa region, is very good, so they are okay with English as well. So please apply if it's English or Finnish, both.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's unexpected. Your answer is unexpected. I think it's also a little bit like because your area of expertise is quite specific. It's
Mm,
biochemistry.
yeah.
So maybe there are not so many candidates that apply with using, it's just my suggestion because I do work
Yeah.
with job seekers
Yeah.
daily with
Yeah.
thousands of them I work. And for more common roles like marketing,
Mm,
sales, design, like 99.999% is a rejection if you
mm,
apply without having Finnish skills. But very good that you mentioned that.
yeah.
Another question that has been asked, if the job post is in Finnish, would you send a CV in English or in Finnish?
Check if they are asking the application in English or Finnish. If they specifically say that the requirement is a Finnish application, please send it in Finnish. But if they don't say anything, I think the expectation would be in English. If you are still waiting for questions, maybe I would suggest some more sites for the participants here who have joined. I believe most of them you have like the science background. So check sites in LinkedIn. Check the jobs in LinkedIn. There would be many jobs in LinkedIn. I think two of my jobs I got through LinkedIn. I just applied, easy apply, and then they contacted me. So, and if there is a contact name, please discuss, uh, talk, talk with those people as well in LinkedIn. And then valtioille.fi. It's like the government jobs. Please also look in there. I don't see many people applying because they are not like Finnish citizens or so, but still look into those. There are quite many opportunities as well. And then there is this ECA, the chemical agency. European Chemical Agency. I think if you like to work as an officer, like the chemical agency officer, some many roles are there in the marketing side, in the compliance side, regulation side. I think those that company is also there, and they keep posting many jobs there. So I think that would be one place also to look for. And then there is this Health Tech Finland. There is this website you can search in there, Health Tech Finland, and you would find and go specifically to the companies in there. I think the it says like partners who are connected to that company. So if you go in there, and you would find many um, companies. So all those companies are like the health related companies. It can be IVD companies, or it can be chemical companies, or it can be AI companies who need support from the science field. There are genetic related companies, microbiology, all those. You can find those companies there. Please check even that site. I have gotten many contacts through that as well. Health tech. Yeah.
And what would you suggest to someone who has difficulties into getting uh, into the first stage interviewing?
Hmm. I would uh, I would ask back the person who has asked this question. Is your CV and cover letter in a good position? I think it starts from there, like uh, the basics. Your cover letter and CV, is it well written? Uh, have you put those specific words that the description of the role is asking for? Because I think there are some, maybe Lady can answer that, because there are some, if I understood correctly, there are some systems that would detect the right match with the role and the words that you have listed in the CV and cover letter. Please get it checked with a good professional if you need help. But I think the first impression is the best impression, I would say. Please send those applications in a very good way. And then if you are not able to get any answers from them or any status update about it, the to the position that you have applied for, I would say please contact, first contact the contact person if it's given in the role. And if it's not, go to that company's website, and if there is a person who's, who can help you, there is this customer service or something, that there is the number always mentioned, call them. Hey, this is my situation, I have applied for this position, and I have been waiting for a while, and could you help me out understand what's with this situation, and ask them. And if there is any contact person you could please give me, I would like to contact them. And yeah, so please keep calling.
Um, does ECHA need EU members? Not sure I understand the question, but maybe you do understand.
Yeah, I think mostly it is for the Finnish, not Finnish, but EU, uh, visa type. So if you have the EU visa, I think, or like the Finnish citizenship, or it can be any other EU related country. But if you have that, you you can apply.
At the moment, there are many job ads for summer jobs or trainee positions, but
Mm.
mainly for students. If I'm not a student at the moment, should I apply for those?
I
results?
would say definitely please apply. Definitely apply. They actually, even in trainee positions, they would look for some kind of experience. Because obviously, if you're a student, they would take you in, they can consider you. But if you have little bit of experience as well, that's actually a very good positive strength on your behalf, because you already have those skills. So write those skills in the CV and also the cover letter and say that I already have those skills. And then you can talk to the person. But I would say please apply even to the training positions. And that's how I think you can also in the future probably continue as well. It's a good way to start. Yeah.
Do you think being overqualified for a role can lead to rejection even before reaching the interview stage?
In some cases, yes, but in most cases, no, uh, because it mainly depends on the hiring manager and the strategy they are using for to hire people. Um, if, let's say, you have three PhD uh, graduations done and you are applying for a specialist position, let's say a marketing specialist in the science field, uh, they would definitely ask you, you have quite a lot of education. Why would you like to lower your standards and come to this role? Um, and obviously you have to answer that, why. But then they would also think like, if we have to hire a very highly capable uh, graduate or a person who has experience, we have to also pay a huge salary. So based on that, I think they might reject, uh, but there are hiring managers who would also see you as a very good competent person in those roles, because they would need as much as experience and help as possible. So um, yeah, I would say that still apply, uh, and help them explain about your situation, and be yourself. I wouldn't say that you have to talk great about yourself even you have finished like 3 to 5 PhDs. I'm just saying, I don't know. No, I do not know if you have finished PhDs here, participants, but I'm just quoting as an example. Like, but still, if you have finished, or you have a lot of maybe 10 years of experience, but still, I would say that um, just be yourself and explain to them that I really need this job because blah, 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 the reasons. Yeah.
Thank you, Flora, a lot for
Thank you.
your time, for your wisdom. I loved it a lot. I loved everything that you have shared today. And thank you, participants, for asking questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me again. And thank you, everyone who have joined. I am in LinkedIn. I'm just saying that if you need any, um, you know, answers for any questions, I'm there. Uh, I can support you if you need help. But really nice talking to you and sharing my experience with you all. Thank you for having me.